Maharashtra records over 57,000 new COVID cases in 24 hours. A record spike in cases in Mumbai and Pune too. Night curfew and lockdown on weekends announced. The Prime Minister chairs a high-level meeting to tackle the surge in coronavirus cases. Central teams to be sent to Maharashtra and Punjab and Chhattisgarh because of the disproportionate number of deaths being reported there. At least 22 security personnel killed in an encounter with Maoists in Chhattisgarh's Bijapur district. The Home Minister cut short his Assam poll rallies, returns to Delhi to take stock of the situation. And Jaya Bachchan, the SP MP, will be campaigning for Mamata Banerjee and the TMC. Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV. I'm Sarah Jacob, and the top story right now. Maharashtra has reported 57,000 new coronavirus cases in the last 24 hours and 222 deaths. This is the highest number of cases ever recorded in the state in a single day. Pune has recorded over 12,000 cases, reporting more cases than Mumbai for the second consecutive day. Mumbai recorded more than 11,000 cases. That's the highest single day spike till date. And amidst an alarming COVID spike, Maharashtra has now announced a night curfew and a weekend lockdown. The Maharashtra government has announced new restrictions. This includes a night curfew in the state, a strict lockdown over the weekends from Friday 8 p.m. to Monday 7 p.m. Amidst an unprecedented surge in coronavirus cases, the rules which come into effect from Monday include a curfew from 8 p.m. to 7 a.m., a ban on gatherings of 5 or more throughout the day, malls, restaurants and bars to be closed, but home delivery and essential services still to be allowed, industrial operations and construction activity to be allowed, but rules to control crowding in vegetable markets to be introduced. Meanwhile, a video has now gone viral from the Government Medical College in Nagpur, where more than one COVID patient can be seen sharing a bed. The medical superintendent of the hospital now says that this is happening because patients from other states like Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh are also coming in. And in the national capital, daily COVID cases have exceeded 4,000 for the first time since the 4th of December. 4,033 new cases have been reported in the capital in the last 24 hours. 21 deaths have been reported in a single day. That is the biggest jump since the beginning of January. Meanwhile, at the national level, the Prime Minister chaired a high-level meeting to tackle the ongoing COVID surge in 10 states. In attendance were the Cabinet Secretary, the Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister and the Health Secretary, and it was decided that central teams comprising public health specialists and clinicians will be sent to Maharashtra, Punjab and Chhattisgarh, and a special campaign for COVID-appropriate behavior that emphasizes on 100% mask usage and sanitation to be organized and rolled out from the 6th of April to the 14th. And after Maharashtra, Punjab is a red state being closely watched given the high number of fresh daily cases and the disproportionate number of deaths being reported in the state. There are many factors that make Punjab's COVID situation tough to tackle, but especially the high presence of the UK strain of COVID-19 that has led to a steep rise in active cases in Punjab, with the state already registering a bigger surge in cases this time as compared to the first wave last year.
A long queue of the 45+ population in Punjab's Hoshiarpur using the Sunday to get vaccinated. Iqbal Singh, a farmer, at this camp organized by the district police.
ਸਰਕਾਰ ਦੇਈ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁਣ 45 ਵਾਪਸ ਦੇ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਫਰਜ਼ ਬਣਦਾ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਵੈਕਸੀਨ ਕਰਵਾ ਦਈਏ। ਖੇਤੀਬਾੜੀ ਵਾਲੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਰੋਜ਼ ਕਿਤੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਕੰਮ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਹੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ। ਅੱਜ ਹੁਣ ਥੋੜੇ ਜਿਹਾ ਫੁਰਸਤ ਦਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਸੀਗਾ, ਕਣਕ ਪੱਕੀ ਹੋ ਆ, ਬਸ ਥੋੜੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਸੀਗੇ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਚਲੋ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਵੈਕਸੀਨ ਲਵਾ ਲਈਏ।
After the centre pulled up Punjab for not vaccinating enough, the state has set up vaccination camps, and the numbers over the weekend have been encouraging. Vaccination numbers in March show a dip on the weekends, but they also show an upward trend since the centre allowed vaccinating the 45 plus population.
गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने जो नई डायरेक्शन है उसके मुताबिक अब 45 के ऊपर सभी को जो वैक्सीनेट करना है, वैक्सीनेशन देनी है। तो आज भी जो देखा गया, बहुत ज़्यादा लोग जो आ रहे हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा वैक्सीनेशन में जो इंटरेस्ट जो दिखा रहे हैं, ये बहुत बड़ी बात है।
In September, Punjab saw a single-day spike of more than 2,000 cases a day on 9 occasions. In this wave, between March 15 to April 3, the state has seen more than 2,000 cases on 12 occasions, indicating that the second wave of COVID is more severe than the earlier one in Punjab.
While the COVID cases continue to surge in Punjab, the state government has decided to ramp up testing as well as vaccination in the state to control the COVID spread. With Vijay in Hoshiarpur in Chandigarh, Mohammad Ghazali for NDTV.
And let's shift gears now. Let's get you all the election coverage. It was an action-packed day in West Bengal with Prime Minister Modi and the Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee campaigning in the state ahead of the third phase of polling, and barbs being hurled at each other all day. Here's a full roundup.
The tone of the Prime Minister's voice as he addressed Mamata Banerjee at his recent rallies in Bengal has the Trinamool up in arms.
कोटि कोटि प्रणाम जानाई.
First, a state minister slammed it, and then a senior MP, warning it may seek redress for harassment.
दीदी, ओ दीदी, जिस तरीके से दीदी आप कहाँ हैं? दीदी आप सुन रहे हैं ना? ओ दीदी, इस शब्द को इस तरीके से प्रयोग करके दीदी का अपमान करना पश्चिम बंगाल की महिलाओं का अपमान है.
But the BJP is putting the pressure right back on Trinamool. It has accused Mamata Banerjee of turning a blind eye to her nephew Abhishek Banerjee's links with a coal smuggling racket that CBI is probing. This on the basis of taped phone conversations that have not been independently verified.
Thousands of crores was extorted illegally through cow smuggling, coal mining and human trafficking, because it had the political patronage of the most powerful political leader of the state.
Though a Trinamool Youth Congress leader wanted in the coal smuggling case is absconding since December, the party has swatted away the allegations.
After the Nirbhaya Act was passed, there were certain new clauses which were included for the safety and protection of women. My colleagues are examining whether this is a fit case for 354A.
এই দুই ভাই গুজরাটি দুই ছাত্রের সিন্ডিকেট নাম্বার 1 and 2 শুধু মিথ্যে কথা বলে, আর আমরা যেহেতু লড়াই করি সবাই ভয়ে চুপ থাকে, তাই এজেন্সি লেলিয়ে দেয়.
Trinamool is also ignoring the Election Commission's letter to Mamata Banerjee, taking objection to her complaint that her booth agent was not able to enter the polling station at Boyal in Nandigram on 1st April. A complaint without substance, the EC has said. It also took strong exception to the Chief Minister's actions, which may have led to a law and order situation across the state that day. BJP and Trinamool supporters almost clashed at Boyal on 1st April after Mamata Banerjee's arrival. A huge police force had to be called in to disperse the hostile crowds and escort the wheelchair-bound Chief Minister to safety. With G.D. Shankar, Monideepa Banerjee, NDTV.
And the surprise announcement of the day from West Bengal, the SPMP, Jaya Bachchan, is now set to campaign for the West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. Starting from Monday, Ms. Bachchan is now going to be one of the star campaigners for the TMC. She has arrived there in West Bengal. As you can see, that grand greeting and welcome for her in the state, and she will be in West Bengal till the 8th of April. And in Assam, it was the last day of campaigning for the third phase of the polls, where polling will take place in the remaining 40 out of the total 126 seats. Ratndeep Chaudhary has the details.
On the last day of campaign for the third phase polls in Assam, Badruddin Ajmal in his lower Assam stronghold, holding a poll rally in Mankachar for party heavyweight Aminul Islam. Even Ajmal's AIUDF is claiming Khela Hobe, the famous TMC slogan, to say the game is on in Lower Assam. Congress leaders also campaigned heavily in this area on the last day. If the Mahajot can sweep this region, they might have a shot at forming the government. Assam has about 35% Muslim population. Over 30% of them are the Bengali-speaking Muslims of Lower Assam. So far, their votes were divided between the AIUDF and the Congress. This time, the Congress hopes to gain from the Grand Alliance.
It's not only about Mr. Ajmal or one UDF party, it is a 10-party Mahajot which we are talking about. And each person, each party in the Mahajot has very, very clearly given a stand. We stand for the 5 guarantees, we stand for the development, the history of Assam. And then you find the weakest person, the weakest MLA within the BJP and make him the Chief Minister. So this is the governance model.
Here, BJP making a last attempt to connect to the voters along with its ally, the UPPL and the AGP. We are coming to you from Sualkuchi area of Jalukbari constituency, a prestigious constituency in Assam, which has been represented for 20 years by the powerful BJP leader, Assam Cabinet Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma.
A tough battle will be fought in the Kokrajhar district. So in this phase, in third phase, if you want to notice election, you should notice the 4 seats in Kokrajhar district. 4 to 5 seats last time we got because of the division of votes between UDF and Congress. They were never our seats. So I expect that those seats will go back to Mahajot.
Sharma's return to campaign on the last day after Election Commission's ban got shortened has been a relief for the BJP. But voters are divided on the BJP's performance.
আমাৰ হিমন্ত বিশ্ব শৰ্মাই যিটো জালুকবাৰী আগবঢ়াই নিছে তেওঁলোকে ডেকা বুঢ়া সকলোৱে পাইছে একটকীয়া চাউল তাৰ ভিতৰত ৰাস্তা পথ ভাল কৰিছে নিৰ্মাণ কৰিছে বহুত নিবনুৱা ল'ৰাক চাকৰি দিছে ডেকা চামকো দিছে তাত নিজৰ ল'ৰা ছোৱালীকে শিক্ষাৰ আগত আগবঢ়াইছে কিতাপ পত্ৰ পাইছে
যোৱাবাৰ এই কাৰণে বিজেপিক জিকাইছিলে তাৰ মানে অসমত এনেকুৱা এটা ধৈছিলে যে হেৰি পৰিৱৰ্তন চৰকাৰ লাগে কি মানে এখেৰকলে তাৰ মানে আমাৰ যিটো এই হাজো হিন্দু মুছলিমৰ খুব ভোটাৰ জায়গা তেখেতসকলে তাৰ মানে এইবিলাক চিহ্ন নোহোৱা কৰিব বিচাৰিছে হিন্দু মুছলিম কৰিব বিচাৰিছে দাঙ্গা পছাত কৰিব বিচাৰিছে
In the 2016 elections, of the 40 seats, the BJP and Congress got 11 each. The AIUDF got 6, the BPF 8 and the AGP got 4. This time, the BPF joining the Mahajot may see a different outcome. In Guwahati, Ratndeep Chaudhary for NDTV.
At least 22 security personnel have been killed in an encounter with Maoists in Chhattisgarh's Bijapur district. A member of the security group is still missing, and the state chief minister visited the Jawans in hospital.
The result of what sources now say was an Naxal trap, following a tip-off about the presence of People's Liberation Guerrilla Army Battalion's No. 1 commander, Hidma, and his associate Sujatha. 6 teams of security forces showed up to intercept them. Instead, they found themselves surrounded by Maoists. In the gunfight that followed, 22 security men were killed.
इस मुठभेड़ के अंदर काफ़ी नक्सलियों के हताहत होने की खबर है और आज जो सुबह हमने अर्ली मॉर्निंग ऑपरेशन लॉन्च किया, रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन, तो उसके अंदर ऐसा जानकारी मिल रही है कि जो 21 मिसिंग थे, जिसके अंदर कोबरा एसटीएफ और डीआरजी के जवान थे, 21 में से बॉडी 20 की जो मॉर्टर रिमेन्स हैं वो लोकेट हो गई है।
A group of about 400 Naxals ambushed the 2,000 security personnel of the CRPF Specialized Jungle Warfare Unit Cobra, a unit of its Bastaria Battalion and District Reserve Guard. Home Minister, who cut short his poll campaign in Assam, said the Naxals would be given a befitting reply.
दोनों ओर का नुकसान हुआ है, हमारे जवान शहीद हुए हैं। मैं उन सभी जवानों को श्रद्धांजलि भी देता हूं और उनके परिवारजनों को और देश को इतना विश्वास दिलाना चाहता हूं कि जवानों ने अपना खून जो देश के लिए बहाया है वो व्यर्थ नहीं जाएगा।
इनकी जो शहादत है वो बेकार नहीं जाएगी और पूरी ताकत के साथ लड़ेंगे। जहां तक की बात नक्सलियों की है, वो अपने अस्तित्व की आखिरी लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं। अमित शाह जी का फोन आया था अभी सुबह और इस मामले में बातचीत की और उन्होंने कहा जो सीआरपीएफ के डीजी है उसको भेज रहे हैं, वो पहुंच जाएंगे और फिर आगे की जो प्लानिंग है उसमें लगेंगे।
Former Chief Minister Raman Singh accused the Congress government of being focused on the Assam polls.
दुर्भाग्यजनक मामला है जहां इतनी बड़ी संख्या में शहादत हुई है और निश्चित रूप से ये पहली और दूसरी घटना एक महीने के अंदर होना ये बताता है कि कहीं न कहीं सरकार की इच्छा शक्ति और रणनीतिक चूक है।
The Naxals also looted about 24 sophisticated assault weapons from the dead security personnel.
Every year, the Naxals carry out maximum attack against the security forces between February to June when they launch tactical counter-offensive campaign to train and recruit their cadre. This time also they got the information about the presence of Hidma in Jagargunda, Jonagunda terrain axis. Still, why the intelligence failed, that is something which has to be investigated. With Vikas in Bijapur, Somesh in Raipur, in Bhopal, Anurag Dwari for NDTV.